Hi, welcome to I Love the Library. My name is Deb, and for this show I'm going to be featuring what Deb is reading. One of my favorite authors, Jude Deveraux, has a new book called Scarlet Nights. Scarlet Nights. Now, Jude is a prolific romance author, and I think she was significant in changing romance reading. She instituted the full-length novel. If any of you are familiar with some of her novels, the Montgomery family was frequently featured, and one of her most famous one was A Knight in Shining Armor, which was a time travel novel. Well, this one is Scarlet Nights, and this is a third in the Idling series. And I'm finding it fairly interesting. I could hardly put it down last night, and I'm almost done. It's set in current times, and of course there's the requisite bad guy, the handsome hero, and the pretty strong heroine that needs rescuing, and she's got a good sense of humor and can stand up for herself. So come and meet Mike Newell and Sarah Shaw in Scarlet Nights. A book I just finished, and I'm so sorry I don't have the book, but there was holds on it, was called Empire of the Summer Moon. And this is about Quanah Parker and the rise and fall of the Comanches, the most powerful tribe in American history. Now, that is a far cry from Jude Deveraux, I can tell you. I did find it really fascinating imagining in the mid to late 1800s the Comanches on the plains. It was a brutal time both for the white settlers and for the Comanches, and just imagining the vastness of our country and getting to that last frontier. So read Empire of the Summer Moon. One book I found in browsing on the shelves was Ideas That Change the World. And yes, this is a junior nonfiction, but it sure puts things in perspective. I'm going to try and show you a couple of the pages of things that have just changed our lives. For instance, radioactivity, the first microwave, the zipper, the umbrella. So just many fascinating objects. It's just a fun book to read. Lots of little tidbits of information and wonderful illustrations. So check out Ideas That Change the World. Finally, one book that is older, but I think it's going to be important to us, is Greenland Expedition, Where Ice is Born. Now, this was written by polar explorer Lonnie Dupre, who is actually from Grand Marais, Minnesota. Well, the reason I'm looking at this book is Lonnie Dupre is going to be here in Detroit Lakes in February during Polar Fest. He'll be talking about his expedition, talking about global warming, and talking about goal setting and what it was like to do an expedition of this sort. I can't hardly imagine it. Cold isn't my favorite thing, but this man seems to thrive on it. So watch for further information about Lonnie Dupre coming to Detroit Lakes in February 2011. I've picked a couple other books up off of the shelves, so hoping to get to them. Mom Still Likes You Better. I come from a family of 3 sisters and 1 brother, so this ought to be an interesting read. So if you need any recommendations about books to read, stop in and see us at the library. We'll be glad to help. See you soon.